dinking along. It's a big dink this
It's
week.
It's a big dink fest. Let's see.
Yeah.
Start this one. Yes, that started. I assume this is going to work, even though it's flashing red. Let's hope that doesn't mean anything. Oh, Facebook worked. Holy shit. And start.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you.
Welcome, human. I am ready for you.
We show onboard computer synchronization.
Roger that.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Let's rock! Oh, you're going straight to hell for that one.
That's the fact, Jack!
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Is this moron number one? Put moron number two on the phone.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you, I make you laugh. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
I know that, dude. You're mocking me, aren't you? Sure. A monkey's might fly out of my butt.
Uh-oh! My heart just stopped! Ah, there it goes.
Yeah, this is normally where we start the music and go, oh yeah, this is what you missed yesterday. But I'm not convinced anybody's even hearing this.
Well, the Hangout people are, but...
Yeah, the Hangout people are. You might have to turn up a little bit there, too.
We should tweet the... you might want to tweet the link on Twitter to let people know, hey...
Oh, I think I did.
Oh, okay.
You might check and see.
The people that pay attention, which are really the only ones that count, they know what's going on.
That's true. I guess, well, can you open up NHB Stream for a second there and see what you hear?
I see connecting.
Because it was working for a second there. Start. I'm going to hit start again. Unable to override.
No, the stream's pretty dead. we need intervention.
We need intervention. Okay, let me get my intervention back out here. I'll hit reply to all, and I'll put.
Why did they say it was up?
HELP. No. I don't think they did.
Okay. Well, we're
I can't. You know, I'm gonna have to put this up here, and this up here. I realize you can't if you carbon copy somebody on this, it doesn't work either. Let's see. Do. Okay.
Wonderful.
There we go. Oh well. This is what we live for, man. Come on.
Exactly.
Oh well. It is what? Is this the 18th?
Is
this January?
This is Sunday.
This is
it is the 18th.
We know this is Sunday. We're fairly sure. Oh well. There we go.
We've made it to Sunday.
We've made it to Sunday. There all.
Made it to another Sunday.
Holy crap. Let me see. Yeah, stream's been down for a couple hours. The Google Hangouts work fine. Well, good. At least that's working. The one thing we'll get in trouble for doing this with. Yeah, but that's okay. Oh well. I guess we'll see what happens. I guess I could have fired up the Wild Bunch streams.
Yeah.
Not that it really matters.
Yeah,
nobody uses it. Yeah, no, we need to talk about that, by the way. I'll bring that down, by the way. Here we go. I'll turn this off, and I'll bring this click, and I'll go pause. There. Gone. Wow. Yeah, it had a little... You know, I was a little... I don't actually look... I do have Radio Toolbox. For the people that don't know what that is, it's like a little program where you can actually see, you know, what... We used to use it all the time, and then I quit using it when we got the little handy-dandy kick-ass program we have now. God, I'm going to turn gators on everybody here. I'm going to go caps. I'm going to go. Don't make me go caps on you. That's a whole new word. Usually somebody says cap to think about, you know, somebody firing a gun.
Pop a cap.
No. I'm going to go caps on you.
Yeah.
That's
well,
That's like saying, yeah.
You probably noticed I went caps this morning very briefly.
You did?
And I immediately retracted my caps.
Oh, I didn't see the retraction of the caps. All I saw was the caps. Oh, okay, you said this morning. I guess I'm referring to the one last night having to do with Skype. I saw that one.
Oh, that one I didn't retract, and I'm amazed that I got the follow I got because
you did.
I got a follow from a vocalist.
That yes, gotcha.
This morning, you see, I got this network TV tuner. It's this box that has a network jack and a coaxial connection.
And don't ask me why. I'm going to go ahead and start up Vaughn. There's no reason. I'm just going to do it because.
Why not?
Why not? It don't cost nothing.
So I might as well get into this story since we're getting into it. So it's this box that has coaxial connection and network connection. You hook up your antenna to it, and you hook it up to your local network. Yeah, so it's hooked up to my router. And you install the software in your computer. The computer goes out, detects it, sees it, and goes, oh, here it is, right there on your network. And then it sets up software to use it. And Windows Media Center can also connect to it.
Now what's this thing called now?
It's Home Run HD Home Runner or Home
I'm glad. Continue because I have questions about this. Continue.
Well, for the most part, it works pretty well.
Okay.
The thing is getting in digital
it's a loud
TV
chair,
channels with the rabbit ears can be problematic at times if you ever have signal issues because it's not just snow that comes in. It's like you either got it or you don't. There's no middle ground anymore.
The digital thing, yeah, it's either on or off.
You used to, like if you were living in central New Jersey. You might take your rabbit ears, play with them, point them the right way, and watch some snowy Philadelphia channels. I think those days are over. If the days of watching snowy channels to get All in the Family rerun, since New York channels weren't rerunning All in the Family anymore. So hey, let's see what we can get in from Philly. Those days are over. No more snowy channel TV. You either watch it clear or you don't fucking watch it at all.
That's right. You get this or nothing.
Yeah. So, but if you're close enough to a major city, you could probably get it all the network TV you need with rabbit ears for the most part. But some days it's a little finicky, and today was one of these finicky days. And Kristen's sitting there at her computer trying to watch the football game, and the signal's pausing, and then it works, and then it's pausing, and then it works, and this is pissing me off. Not because I care about watching it, just hearing something half-assed working in the background pisses me off. So
I thought you had. Can't you hook your cable into this also? See, I thought it worked that way where you could get the analog, or you don't get analog channels there. I don't know.
I'm going to go see if that's excitement over the game or if someone has broken in and is murdering my wife.
Yes, please go. Yes, please go do that. Holy crap! This will be one of those things. Hopefully, everybody's okay here. Johnny's actually kind of running out pretty quick. But yeah, for the people who don't know, the streams are dead. So the one person that's actually listening knows that the streams are dead. So we'll see if Rico picks that up, and I hope this is a good thing.
She's not being murdered. Apparently, the Seahawks
Mouse.
Seahawks.
This was celebratory yelling.
Yeah, this was.
That's good to know the difference between that, by the way.
Well, it's harder to tell with the big ass headphones on because all I heard was loud, frantic screamking in the background.
And I appreciate
that could have very well been, oh my God, I'm being murdered.
Yes, I appreciate you, by the way, using the big ass headphones term. Because I don't know for the people that follow, I have decided not to use the word bulbous anymore.
No, what's wrong with bulbous?
Well, I don't know where that word actually came from, so I looked it up because I thought I'd check it out. I thought I'd be cute on the NHB. I would go and do a search for the actual definition, and I noticed that in the search of the definition, in one of the definitions, it used the word penis. I no longer want to be known as having a penis on my head, and I'm going to pay for that one too. That's what I. So.
A penis can be bulbous, but also
yes, but I know, but the thought of
you could also have a big ass penis. So
well, I understand that, but I'm not going to go around and say you want me to say it. I know you do. You want me to say I have a big ass on? No, I'm not going to do it. But that's the whole thing. I just thought to myself because I like the word bulbous. I like saying, hey, I got these big bulbous headphones. You know, one of those. And I do notice that, by the way, now that I've started to use these a little bit more, and I thought you'd be proud of me because I actually have them on, is that I no longer know when somebody's behind me.
Right.
Because that's happened also. Because now, of course, with the camera on, I can tell. But I don't sit here at my computer listening to stuff and, you know, with the camera on going like, you know, Captain Paranoia. I just don't do that. Maybe I should. I never thought about that. They have a rear view mirror program. Venison, are you listening?
Anyways, so
yes.
let's get the phone and then I'll get back to my story.
Yeah, that's Sir Mars. He's going to chime in, I'm sure. Anyway, go back to your story and go ahead.
I was just going to say,
yes.
it should be called, it's not right to call it a big-ass bouffant. It's supposed to be a bulbous bouffant.
The bulbous bouffant. Okay, well, we'll figure something out.
Maybe to avoid copyright infringement, we can have big-ass bouffants.
Okay.
You know, it'd be kind of like what am I looking for? The third-party imitation version of the bulbous bouffant is the big-ass bouffant.
There we go. Because that's what it is. It's sort of like, you know, like that show. You got McDonald's and you got McDowell's.
Here's the weird thing. We're still talking, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't find my Google Plus Hangout window.
Great. Well, I still see you, and you're still there.
Oh, here it is. It opened up in a tab today instead of opening up in its own window.
This has been...
wanted to help you today.
That's because you gave me a link, and I didn't actually click through Google Plus, so your link opened up
in its you
tab.
third-party clicked it. I'm surprised that link worked, by the way. It's all this thing I've never noticed before, and it must be something new, that when I went to send you that invite, it actually popped that link up for me to copy, which it normally does not. So... Maybe somebody else went all caps on Google Plus.
I didn't go caps on anyone this morning. Well, I did very briefly and immediately retracted.
Yes.
So
I was going to say, because you got a new friend or something.
The thing is I think the cable requires the box. I don't think it even works because it used to be that you could hook your cable up directly to your TV, and even if you didn't have a TV package, you'd still get the network channels in directly on your TV.
And yours doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way anyway.
It does here. It does here. So
it worked that way when I was living in Oakland, because when I first moved across the country, I didn't have a job, so I only got what I absolutely needed.
Yes.
And the thing is that internet is a valuable tool for job hunting. TV, not so much. So I only got internet. Strictly.
You're just talking crazy talk. I don't know where you're coming up with this crazy stuff.
He's talking venison.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think this is the way it works, but I'll go along with it.
How is this not how it goes?
No, it is. I'm just playing. Okay. I'm playing venison advocate. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, you're playing venison advocate.
Yeah, advocate. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Venison advocate is I got a chunk of change. Let's blow this on Comcast for the next 6 months.
Yeah, let's wait until some. Yeah.
Which I gave him a hard time about that at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Surely some opportunity will present itself to me.
Yeah, if Venison's listening, you only got every other word of that anyway, so you can't.
Yeah, that's true. Because I tried to get him called in last night.
To him, it sounds like we said Venison was very smart getting that expensive Comcast.
That's right. He's thinking, I got this crap down. I got this made up.
6 months of holy crap package. No electricity forever.
That's right. 6 months of since months of bandwidth I'll never use. Bring it on. Absolutely.
So, anyways, I got your basic data package, no TV, and that was it. And of course, I took the cable and hooked it up to my TV, which was still the old tube set, 27-inch Orion from a Walmart special. And got in the network channels perfectly fine, going directly into the TV, and that was great. So then, when I dropped TV and just decided I'm going to stream everything and use rabbit ears, I decided, well, let's test what I can get hooking up the cable directly to the TV.
Right.
And I hooked up the cable directly to the TV, and one channel came in, and it was the channel that loops forever that tells you how you can sign up for a TV package with Comcast.
Okay, maybe that's what the way things are. Like here, we get all the networks. We can get every channel 1 through, I don't know what it is, 63, something like that.
Okay. Well, I don't
we get
know.
all of those plus the HD channels. You can get those also, which are those are 3 numbers dot something that you have to punch in, and
Well,
you're able to get
channels,
those too.
Here, I think you have to have a box to get it. You know what? The thing is, though.
No,
is
ours we'll get it without the cable box, which is nice.
The last time I tried this was when I had only data, and I said no TV, only data, and I tested it, and sure enough, only channel that comes in is a channel that tells you how to call Comcast and get channels. But I didn't test that after they turned the TV back on to throw me in a cheaper package than Internet by itself. So for all I know, I might be able to, but
maybe you have to check into that. Yeah,
they might have it locked down to be box only at this point. Because I
that might be just the way it is. Yeah,
I don't know. You know what? We'll have an update next week.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Now, I have to say now, if you're in that area, and I'm doing the quote marks that people may borrow cable they don't own, then maybe having the box is the way to thwart said practice, possibly.
Certainly, the industry likes having as much control over their content.
Gators could just send you a box. He has like 400.
Yeah, you got like 4 of them, don't you? Yeah, that's right.
You know what? I sent them back the big box, and then they still didn't take it off. I had to bitch at them to take that fee off because the box is free if you use it, but if you don't use it, then they start charging you an inactive equipment fee.
Which is really funny.
And their solution to that is, well, you can bring it back to one of our centers and return it to us. You go to one of their centers, there's a line going out the door.
Yes, because there's all the people trying to move or...
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
And they've closed down most of their centers, so, it's only exacerbated the problem.
So it's like right above, as hard as it is to do that, I think the next box would be like canceling AOL subscription. That would be probably where it would be.
And the thing is that it used to be easy. It used to be they volunteered to send you an empty box to mail it with a label to mail it back. But at this point, they fight that. They're like, no, well, you could bring it to a UPS center and return it there too. I'm like, oh, great. So instead of waiting on your line, I'll wait on UPS's line. That's great solution.
That sounds much better.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's probably one of those things too. They say, well, people are asking for boxes, and
then when I insisted on the box, they couldn't even send me the right box. They sent me the wrong box. So I used the label on my own box.
There you go. So what's up, Marsh?
The box they sent me. Go ahead.
I told them I'm blind, and they didn't send me a box, and they said just keep it. We'll take it off your Comcast bill.
Well, after I returned it and it was still on there, I had to call them back, and they just took it off at that point, and they were very sorry about that.
They always are very sorry about that.
So if you want a couple of the Comcast boxes, I can give them to you, but I'm not being charged for them because,
Well,
there you go.
But if I return them, they're going to actually run the number and see they're not on my account.
They go, oh, it's that guy.
No good.
It's that guy with the fake white cane. That's who it is.
My cane does have red on it, too. So
okay. Then you're okay.
It's a training cane. I don't
you're
know.
Good.
It has red on it.
But you've never used your cane. I've never seen you with a cane.
No, and this thing weighs like 10 pounds. It's solid metal. So
I was going to say, are you doing it sort of like Richard Pryor was in that one show where he was blind but didn't want anybody to know it?
It's like, hear no evil, see no evil.
Yeah, that's it.
That was a great movie, actually.
That is a funny movie.
That was a good movie.
But that's the way he was. He's like, no, I can see just fine.
No, I do have it in case I get stuck somewhere, but I don't really use it very much.
Well, anyway, so back to that box thing then. So
all right. So the thing is that the box.
This is the home run box for the people who just tune in, which is everybody.
Right. So now on my main machine, it works fine. On Chris's machine, it works fine. On our laptops, it works fine, except that we have the signal issues. Now, one of the tools that comes with the software does have a bar that shows you the signal strength and the signal quality, and there's 3 different values. And so when I'm trying to fiddle with the rabbit ears, it's hard to tell if things are improving or not improving, because it used to be you had the static and you had the snow, and you could see how the picture was affected by moving it. But when you've got all or nothing, it's very hard to judge if your movements are improving the situation or making it worse. So it's very difficult to adjust rabbit ears with a spotty signal these days. So I really needed that meter, because that meter showed me, if my signal was getting stronger or less. And so I was trying to bring that up on the broadcast machine on the TV, because that way I could watch it on the TV while moving the rabbit ears around and actually have something that tells me the quality of it getting better or worse, so I could find the right position for the rabbit ears today. And I run the installer, because it wasn't installed on that computer, and it goes to detect it, and it comes up with, hey, no detection. Make sure your tuner and computer are on the same network. 0 tuners detected, 0 tuners detected, and it's right there on the network. So
just right there. I'm looking right at it.
Yeah, I verified that my DNS settings were to the router, which is the same as on all the other computers on here, so it wasn't an issue there. I disabled the Windows firewall, I disabled my antivirus, and still it wouldn't detect it. And at some point, I found that you could actually run the detection command on the command line. So I open up a command prompt and run the detect command, and it says no devices detected. And so I decided to see, can you specify an IP address with that command as an argument? So I brought up my router settings, and I found that the IP address of the tuner was 192.168.2.101. Okay, great. So I bring up my command prompt, and I run the command, and at the end of the command, I specify the IP address of 192.168.2.101. And it comes back, tuner found at address blah, 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 blah. So if I give it the IP address, it detects it perfectly fine. But I opened up even after I ran the command and it saw where it was because I told it the IP address, I opened the program, and the program still says no tuner detected. Clearly, it can detect the tuner, but it's not detecting it unless I tell it where it is. And this works perfectly fine on all my other machines. So this is the point where I was like, that's it. Someone's getting yelled at.
For God's sake, shut up! That's where you were right there. That's where you were.
So I opened up Twitter, and I tweeted all caps angry to HD Home Runner's account, fuck you for your sorry-ass poor excuse of a software that won't detect the damn thing that it's looking right at. And then I noticed that there was notifications. And so I click on notification, and it shows Mikhail Shapiro is now following you. Now, I've been following her on Twitter for probably a few years now.
And this is who? This is who?
This is the vocalist of the original.
And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to dog you out by acting like I don't know who it is. I really don't know who it is.
This was the third vocalist of the band Elephant's Memory.
Okay.
It was a vocalist for the first album that was released on Buddha Records. And
that's ironic. I don't remember who that is. So.
She is the. Here, I'll play a little bit of a song so you can hear her voice. And this was the song that was used in the movie Midnight Cowboy during the party scene where the guy mistakes the joint for a cigarette and just takes the whole thing and smoking it.
That's interesting.
So yes, she is now following me on Twitter. And I saw this, and I decided the first thing she does not need to see the first thing I tweet after following me on Twitter to be totally telling someone randomly to fuck off.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Because she should go like, ooh, I'm never going to...
So I immediately deleted that tweet. And sent a tweet saying, oh my God, one of my favorite singers is following me on Twitter now.
Which I saw that one. I did see that one.
The pressure is on me now not to tweet angry all caps cursing.
Wow. Now I have to think. I wonder if she takes if that's one of those things that you can actually be, smitten about. Saying, "Oh wow, somebody actually is nice enough where they don't want to say bad things."
Yeah,
something like that.
Takes it as a compliment.
Here's someone's calling. NHB, you're on the air.
Hey, it's Gimp. I just thought I'd give you guys a really cool news story. I'm getting my very own house.
Your own house, like houses in house, or houses in place with a roof on it that you share walls with 3 other people.
Well, yeah.
You were kind of slow
garage
there.
And
okay. Well, cool.
Yeah, it's a 3-bedroom house with 2 acres. It's right in town.
Okay.
Renting it for now. It's going to be rent to own eventually. So with the girlfriend. So. Kids.
Mike, you're going to make me have to write a new song?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Because I can do that,
She's recently divorced, and I've been with her probably 5-6 months now, and we're like, why not?
Sure.
Not buy a house, but rent a house.
No, she had a boyfriend in between, I hope, because you don't want to be the rebound dude. That never turns out well.
Actually, she's divorced. She just got divorced. He's a very nice guy.
He's not getting my point.
He actually helped us. He helped us find the house.
Gimp. You might be.
And it's got a garage.
You're the
so I
rebound
can
dude.
finally have a garage of my own to work on.
He's in denial, Johnny.
Projects.
Yeah, he is.
You're in denial. Okay. Well, no, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it now. So, let us know when you get in there, and make sure. Let's go over some basics. Make sure you pay for your own internet. Let's go ahead and start down that road.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Do you? Oh, what? Hey! Do you need a roommate?
No, I've got a girlfriend. She's got her 3 kids.
Oh.
She's got a dog and a cat.
Do they need a? Hey, wait. Check this out. Roommate and babysitter.
Now, Gimp, I have a very important question. What town are you currently living in? You still in Bucksport?
Yeah, I'm still in Bucksport.
All right, Bucksport's off the list.
I'm
Okay,
going to be
great.
moving.
Thank you, Gimp. All I need to know.
That's right. We're going to check that one right off the list. No, I'm glad to hear that. That's cool. That's a cool deal.
Yeah, she's a really good girl. She treats me really good. She's got a nice car, a nice job.
There you go. So hence the internet.
And the kitchen has skylights in it, and stainless steel, and a nice. It's huge. I mean, I don't even cook. I mean, she can cook, but I can't cook. So it's just like.
You get the internet. You can learn.
I could learn.
It'd be nice to learn something that didn't have to require putting in boiling water for 30 minutes. That would be awesome.
Yeah, you're right.
I think we can all do that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I can, but I'd probably have to call FEMA and declare a national,
Gimp,
whatever.
Just make sure that the batteries in the smoke detector are brand new and fresh.
Plugged in and working.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, right. I know.
That's right. And since there's kids involved, just 2 words, wear pants.
Yeah.
Wear pants.
And put 911 on speed dial.
Yes.
Yes, I always put 911 on speed
because
dial.
Those 3 who has time for 3 numbers? Come on, really? In an emergency?
I mean, yeah. So, and the cool thing is the garage is heated, so that way we can put the minivan in there. Yes, I'm the guy that's going to be riding around in a minivan listening to frickin' Justin Bieber at like 9 o'clock at night because the daughter that she has, who's 10 going on 11, absolutely loves frickin' Justin Bieber. And I'm like sitting there in the frickin' van and all 3 of the kids are singing the music. I'm like, welcome, Steve, to the 7th layer of hell. Now I know what it's like to be a dad.
That's okay. Hey,
but, I mean,
at least
kids love me.
They're old enough to be past the Barney phase, which is good.
Well, there's a 2-year-old, then there's an 8-year-old, and
then
there's
never
a
mind.
10-year-old.
Oh, there we go.
Johnny?
Yeah, your host.
Yeah?
Is this what it's like to be married?
No.
No. Well, that's true because you don't have kids yet. Not yet. Work on that,
or
bro.
ever.
We need a mitigator.
Yeah.
Or ever, really.
There we go. All right, well, listen, Gip, we're gonna let you go. I appreciate you calling in, and good luck with everything.
Yeah, I gotta rent a U-Haul, and then I gotta get several trucks. So she's got a lot of furniture, but we're gonna try to sell some of it. But yeah.
There you go.
So,
all right, man. So hey, what's your favorite radio station? And he's gone.
Apparently something good's going on with the game.
Oh, did you get some yelling in there?
Oh,
there she is! Yay! Oh, wow! We have not celebratory yelling.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they won the football game or if someone's at the door with a big check.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Yay! Big check.
Apparently, we're going to the Super Bowl.
We're going to the Super Bowl with a big check.
By we, I mean, a group of guys that we've never met in our lives. I don't know the name of one of.
I got you.
To the Super Bowl.
I got you. Here, I'm going to do celebratory stuff. Can she see me here? Yeah. Yay! They're doing celebrating for you.
Hey, they might be playing the Patriots, and we hate the Patriots, so I might end up having to root for them as the.
There we go.
No, I only hate the Patriots when they're playing the Giants.
Oh, I see. Is that the way it works?
That's the way it works. The Patriots aren't as bad as the Red Sox. The Red Sox I always hate, but the Patriots, I'm kind of a different.
Yeah, when you have to throw the word "always" in there, that's always a good thing. Always.
Well, the thing that really pisses me off about the Red Sox is that the Red Sox fans are wear things like Yankee haters apparel or T-shirts that say "I root for 2 teams, the Red Sox and whoever's playing the Yankees," and I'm just like, fuck you. Fuck you. What the fuck? that is just bullshit to hate a team just because. So fuck it. I hate the Red Sox by default. I'd like to get a Red Sox haters hat. Where's the Red Sox haters apparel for all the New Yorkers? I don't see New Yorkers going around.
That's really funny. I was
going
to say, one of the guys I work with, he's from New York, and it's funny how you'll find different ones that just, one hates this one hates whatever. I don't know. It's confusing for me.
But Yankees hating is a big thing. And it's not, and I think that's rather unfair that the Yankees get the hate, to that level. But Yankees fans aren't going around wearing "I hate the Red Sox" apparel, not to the level that people are wearing Yankees hating apparel.
That is interesting.
That's and that really put me off. So fuck
is
the
this
Red Sox.
is this mob related possibly?
I don't know, but whenever they had like a day at work where you could pay $1 to wear Red Sox apparel, I'd pay my $1 and pull out my Yankees hat. And,
so Mars right then says, "Go Colts."
And then they made a rule that you couldn't do that anymore, so they wouldn't let me wear my. Yankees hat.
Isn't that funny how they do that? They rewrite the rules to make things work.
It's like fuck you. I think that's discrimination to have a day where you could wear Red Sox apparel and then to discriminate against people that don't like the Red Sox and won't let them wear their teams.
Yeah, where my wife teaches, they do the same thing, but it's school color thing, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know, as a kid, I don't know if you'd want to wear another school's colors. You might get snot bubbled for something like that.
Well, yeah, that's different.
That's
that's
for the people out there wondering. You can use that term if you'd like. Getting snot bubbled. You can figure that one out.
I don't work at Fenway Park.
Yeah, that's true.
This is just people showing support for their team, but not everyone roots for the same team. And I think that was pretty discriminatory to say, "Oh, you can't wear Yankees apparel."
And I don't root for anybody anyway. I mean, because for the people that are long enough listeners, where I did try to root for somebody, it completely ruined them. It was the year I thought, hey, the Raiders. I'll pick the Raiders. That was horrible. They had the worst. They had the worst year ever. Dune was the. I'm taking full blame for that. I really am. Because
I root for the commercials.
There you go.
When I watch the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for the commercials.
That's all I'm here for. Because unfortunately, I'm just one of those people. I'm not that big into sports. So who are you for this year? Yeah,
Bud Light.
And they go, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Never thought about that. Bud Light, they still do that, by the way, where they have the two teams, the Bud Light and the Bud Regular. I
don't think they do that anymore.
And because they even got really controversial for a while, and they brought the wild card in. It was like the Bud Dry guy or something. A special quarterback. Got to bring the special quarterback in.
Right.
But hey, speaking of beer, last night I thought I liked that stuff I was drinking. No, I didn't. It wasn't that good. I was drinking the apple cider last night by Michelob. It wasn't working. Yeah, I just kind of lied through it.
You wanted to like it.
I wanted to like it, and I went ahead and drank them, but I really didn't like it, so not buying those again.
I think you liked the last one better than you liked the first.
The last one was much better than the first one.
Anyways, a little final part of my story.
On the home run thing.
So all excited that Mikael Shapiro is following me. So I did tweet a screenshot to the HD Home Runner Twitter account showing that when I run the detect tool, it doesn't detect anything, but when I run the detect command with the IP address specified, it does detect it. And I sent that screenshot to them, going, "What's up with this? Explain that." And so I figured that was polite enough. And then I also tweeted a picture of my Elephant's Memory 8-track tape up on the CD shelf.
Which I'm glad you told me what that was, because I had no idea.
That's the...
Now, so Mars has a good point. He says she likes the commercials and the Puppy Bowl. I do, too.
Oh, yes. The thing is that you can't buy the Puppy Bowl until after it's over. But that's okay, because I bought last year's Puppy Bowl the day after, and I haven't watched the full thing yet. So I can watch last year's Puppy Bowl before the Super Bowl.
I kind of wish the Puppy Bowl, they've kind of gone PC, the politically correct route. I think they went all like rescue dogs, which is fine, but I still like to see the purebreds in there. Being a fan of dachshunds.
I just like seeing a bunch of puppies play. That's
the ones, especially the ones that they fall in the water bowl.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how some people, the littlest things like that, make things work.
Yeah. So I've got my Puppy Bowl ready for viewing. But anyway, so I tweeted a picture of because I do have 4  8-track tapes on display.
Yes,
on
which
top of my
I'm glad
CD
because
rack.
it was a little hard to see. It was a little foggy, so I wasn't sure exactly what I was looking at. But now I know.
And the thing that's interesting about that is that she's actually posed naked on that cover. So I don't know if she's too happy about me posting that. But it's
Well,
a
you
small
can't
picture.
tell. You
That's
can't
why
tell.
That's why I made it a fuzzy picture because I
well,
figured she probably doesn't
actually,
want.
if I think.
Well, naked with body paint is how they're all posed.
Yes.
up there.
Matter of fact, here, let me see if I can find it because
The rest of them are all
I brought up the
strategically posed so
I
that you
brought
don't
up the
see
YouTube
naughty
of
bits.
that channel. Let's see if I can bring up some images here and look. So I can actually see that one because that one is obviously in black and white. So let's see.
What are you looking at?
That image that you're talking about.
You're trying to find a bigger version
Yeah, I've got
of that
it, and I've got
cover?
it. Yeah, I've got it right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So everyone,
why is this? What the hell?
You went and tried
Shut
to
the
look at
hell
her?
up! Oh, do not start this crap with me.
This is what
You-
happens when you try to pull up topless photos of people that are following me on Twitter.
You effing don't you effing F. Oh, shut up! Oh my God, I went through. We went all last week and didn't have this problem.
You know what? I've got images of that cover on my, so I could bring it up and screen share it.
No, I've got it here. I see what you're saying. I guess I wasn't here. I was kind of bogarting the picture. There's the picture.
Oh, you
Right there. There's the picture. Yeah, and I guess you know what? Yep. There's a nipple.
Yeah, there's totally a nipple through the
Totally
body paint there.
nipple there.
So that's who's following. Here's a topless picture of the chick following me on Twitter. There we go.
That's great.
I'm sorry.
Well, now how old is
don't
this?
unfollow me.
How old is this picture, by the way?
Oh, that's from like 1968.
Oh, okay. So she probably doesn't quite look like that now. Just
No,
saying.
Well, you could see that she's followed me on Twitter, and you could see her picture for her Twitter account today. So, you know.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Please stop. Oh, Jesus Christ! Why does this thing have to do that? See, last time what I did is I was able to actually open up the Google Plus page in Chrome and have it pretend that it was working, and so I tried that this time and it didn't work. It's like oh this is that tricky guy.
I think it's not. But anyways, we have to get to
Oh
a very
God! Go
Ignore
ahead.
it.
Sorry, I'm just gonna keep cussing.
Let it go. Let it go.
Okay.
Because we got to get to a very important segment of the show this week, which is the big, huge thank you to my good friend Dune, whose temper is rising.
That's about ready to. I'm about ready to go all this. For God's sake, shut up! On that. That's what's getting ready to go down up in this place.
It's all pissed off that you didn't buy the Beats headphones and instead went for something better.
God, would you stop? Yeah, no, I was going to say I've been found out now.
How dare you buy?
I've opened up like 12 screens now with the damn plug-in that it wants me to install. Holy shit! Okay. Back to what we were talking about. Yes, for the people that know, we've been talking about headphones for the past couple of weeks.
Right, and so Dune, we had that intervention on Twitter, and we got Steve Guttenberg involved to make a recommendation to Dune what he should buy instead of Beats headphones, and Dune went and bought the awesome big-ass white headphones on his head.
The big-ass bulbous... Wait, no. Big-ass white headphones, yes.
Yes. And so then I get a message from Dune earlier this week going, package will be arriving at your place on Friday. Keep a lookout. And I was like, what kind of? And I thought maybe the missus was like, get this damn compact portable out of here. And so you.
Well, that's true. See, I never thought about that. There was probably shut the.
I figured you decided you'd just pony up the shipping, send it, and go here, store this somewhere. That's what I was kind of expecting.
Well, I started thinking about that before this thing started dinking.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why? Why, God? Why does this do this to me? Because see, I can use Chrome and shut it the hell up. But basically, what happens is I don't know why it's like the video just looks like total crap through Chrome, and I don't know why it would even make a difference. I really don't know.
The thing that's annoying is that it stops, and then just when you think it stopped, it starts up.
Yeah, it starts up again. It says this app is using a feature from newer version of the Google Talk plugin.
Well, isn't newer better?
I don't know.
Why are you giving us?
It says
so much
upgrade
crap
now,
over
which I've done, which I've upgraded several times. It's just the thing is, it just whatever it is, it doesn't. I don't know if it doesn't like it, or what the deal is. And there's no setting to turn it off.
All right, you know what? I'm Googling this error message. Please read that Google message word for word right now.
This app is using features from a newer version of the Google Talk app.
Is Google Talk all one word?
Wait. No, Google Space Talk plugin, sorry.
Plug in with a dash?
Yes. Plug in something like that. And HB, what's up?
Oh my God, that tinging sound is making me LOL, like really, really bad. And I mean, the girlfriend in the next room is almost in tears. She thinks it's hilarious.
Well, it's not that funny to me. It's pissing me off. It's making me want to break that.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't want to do that because...
You should have listened to Steve Gutenberg. I mean, for Christ's sakes, he was on the Police Academy movies.
Wrong, Steve.
Yeah.
All I gotta say, Dune, is glad it's not me because I'd be flipping out right now.
Oh, Gators is Googling the Google. Yes, he is. He is Googling the Google. All right, Gam.
And it came up empty.
We'll see what happens there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and it won't let me do a cut and paste on this. Make the dink stop. Maybe I can look that up. It just makes no sense. It truly makes no sense.
What is it that triggers it, though? What do you do that starts the process?
Well, that's the whole thing. I don't know. That's. I mean, like here, I'm going to go to Google Plus here. I'm going to sign in. Maybe I'll do it here. Maybe I'll sign in again and see if let's do this. And now I'm in the Hangout thing. Okay, let's see if that makes it happy. Because like I said before, I was able to open the Chrome page and shut it up because it would like go, oh, he is using Chrome. Hey, maybe it's working. I don't know.
Now, what browser are you using?
No, it's not. Oh, I'm using Safari. I'm using.
Do they have Firefox?
I mean, and why is that so freaking loud? By the way,
is there Firefox for Mac?
Yeah. Yes, there is.
Because I never run into this problem in Firefox.
I think there is actually. I do have Firefox for Mac. Let me bring said Firefox up and see what it does. We got this.
Bear with us, people. We're just trying.
Yes, bear with us while we fix this crap.
We're just trying to find a way to
Google
get Google Plus to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, to quit dinking me, dink. God, this is freaking. Oh, this is the dink of the dinking dinks is enough to make you go crazy. Oh, it doesn't know who I am, so I have to tell it. Let's see. That would be what is my name? Oh yeah, it's complicated.
It is.
Oh, it's at. That's right.
You gotta have the at.
.com. Password is password. Course. And click on home.
There we
click on
go.
Hangouts. Now I have to go in there and fix everything.
The invite came through finally.
Oh, isn't that nice?
That is nice.
So what? So I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to close this Hangout window.
Okay.
And it's going to get quiet for a second, so that that.
All right. So I'm here, and it's waiting for people to join. I don't know if it still streams me alone, or if since Dune started, it just stops. But we're just waiting for. Hopefully, this will be cleared up shortly, and hopefully, Firefox is the answer we're looking for to solve all of Dune's problems. And if not, then I don't know. But we're working on this. We're figuring this out. So meanwhile. Dune told me a package was showing up, and watching the tracking information, and sure enough, Friday a box shows up, and I get home from work, and it's a bigger box than I was. Well, actually, I don't know if it was a bigger box than I was expecting to see, but because if it was the compact portable, that would have been a pretty big box. But it wasn't the size box or the shape box I was expecting.
He's back now, and am I actually on Firefox? I don't even know.
I don't even know.
I have no idea.
But I don't think you set it to studio.
No, I have not. It probably sounds like hammered crap.
Yeah.
There.
It sounds like my old headphones.
Now it should be unhammered.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, and let's see. Turn this to that. And am I? I don't even. Is that what? Am I looking at Firefox now?
Whatever you're looking at is not dinking.
It's not dinking.
I'll take it.
Let's listen. No dinks.
No dinks.
Although it says, although Skype wants to know about my call, which I'm refusing to answer. I'm not going to do it.
So, anyways, part of me was thinking maybe this is the compact portable, but then also maybe I was thinking it was just a small little something because, like, I remember you sent a deck of cards to Kristen, so I thought maybe you thought it'd be nice to thank me because not that I even thought of. I found it kind of a surprise because I enjoy doing the show.
Well, here's and this is what the whole thing was. I was sitting there thinking to myself, and I remember hearing you saying one time you thought you actually said, "Hey, maybe I'm gonna have to pick a set of those up." I'm thinking, hey. That right there means he wants them. Yeah. That was my first one. I thought, you know what? They're on sale. And this is the bad thing. I actually got them on sale. Is that a term? It is now.
Sale.
Yeah, it's on sale. They were on sale, but now they're on sale.
Oh, we got to talk about sales after the break because I'll have to grab and show you what I got on sale yesterday.
So I got sale because it was actually, for what I paid for these, it was an additional $20 off. So it was a great deal. And I thought, hey, I know Johnny needs them. So now the bad part is these I think they came from Connecticut or something like that.
I didn't check out the.
It came from it was. I'm sure that the people that. Oh, by the way, the streams are back up. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, dude.
Thank you.
I'm thinking that it's probably possible that they were going like, is there anything? The dude's in California. There's probably 50,000 pairs of these things right there in his backyard.
Well, people order online all the
That's
time.
True.
Find
That's
the best
true.
deal they can find. So
we went ahead. Craft music. I'll go ahead and plug the place. It was. I just happened. It was one of those things. I did a search for the model number when I bought these, and this particular place. What you got that no other place gave you. Like I said, there's some crap. I mean, you got a pair of earbuds you're never going to use. You got. You got a memory stick that you'll probably never.
Gig.
Yeah, you may use it, maybe not. Who knows? You'll probably give it away. Now the headphone extension, the 25-footer, kind of cool. Those come in handy. And he has that in his
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool extras that they give you.
But the best part, though, I mean, of everything is the cords that actually come with it. There's 3 cords. There's one it's at least 6 foot, at least 6, and that's what I'm using right now.
I got my retractable one right here.
Oh, is that what you're using? Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is my cords, the way the cord sits with the chair and the arm, I'm always getting tangled up if I have slack. So I like to have the ability to have slack, but I'm always repositioning my slack to not get caught up. So having the retraction kind of helps prevent me from getting caught up in that.
Gotcha. Now I never thought about that. But I'm using just because it comes with a shorter cord, which would be perfect, like if you were on an airplane or something. And then of course the one he's talking about, the spiral cord, and then the one that's like 6 foot long, which was one I got. And they're really cool. They actually kind of go in and turn a cord or turn and lock in.
Right.
So you don't go shpunk and pull them out or anything. But they're really, now I have to say now that they meet. I mean, for what the guy said. I mean, obviously you must believe what he said because they sound okay.
Oh yeah, I'm digging them. They're better than the cheap Sennheisers I've been using.
They're very amazing. I said it's one of those things. I didn't realize everything I was missing.
Yeah. Well, I knew that headphones could sound better than the Sennheisers I had, but it still is quite a noticeable improvement.
Yeah, especially for something that's non-amplified, which these aren't.
Yeah.
These are just the standard, plug them in and they work. Because I actually plugged these into I think I plugged them in my iPad. And they sound very good there too. And they'll actually pump out a little bit of volume. I mean, they'll actually go up quite a bit. There's lots of bass. Lots of highs, lots of lows.
Bass is good.
That's right. Hey, bass. Nothing else that makes it sound like I said, I sound much better in these headphones. I've noticed from wearing the earbuds. Like I said, the only thing is I couldn't wear these for 8 hours. There's no way. I wish there was a way to kind of make them not squeeze quite. But the thing is, if they don't squeeze, they don't seal.
Well,
and then you don't hear as well.
Well,
so.
I've worked them a little bit. I've done a little bit of this.
Yes, I had to do a little bit of that too.
I did a little bit of that, and let me just say, I had no problem wearing these 6 hours last night.
Yeah. That's what I did that too. I kind of worked them.
It was more like 7 hours last night. I wore
and it's very, this is very padded. This is nice. It doesn't.
Yeah. This could be a little more padded. This took a little getting used to, but I will say that by last night I was used to them, and I had no problem with the 7 hours with them on.
Ah, cool. Sorry, I think I slept through hour 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Well, hour 7 was me and Emily only. So
I kind of passed out a little bit.
You was not invited to hour 7.
Oh, I got you. It was the 6. Hour 6 then. I missed. Okay. That's what it was.
Emily and I will get to chatting and catching up about things during the week
I
after
got
the
you.
show, because the thing is that usually we're both drug by the end of the show. So
well, I think the last thing, if I have to
talking,
if I have to pick out exactly what I remember, I think my last memory before I actually passed completely out to sleep was the kids telling you good night. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
And I think that was about it
I got to say, it was a technical problem plagued show.
Yeah, there was a Skype issue. I think you had
Skype
which
really,
was hence the you going all caps thing.
Well, it was and I was going all caps at Skype because it really it was really ruining what was because we were looking forward to this. It was supposed to be fun and it kind of continue on from last week, and I felt like it was completely taking away from what could have been really great because also the song sounded awful over Skype on my headphones because it was like messing with the speed of the song. It would slow down, get choppy, and then it would speed up to catch up. So the tempo's speeding up and slowing down. It was just really awful, and it was really frustrating to me. And so I was kind of bitching at Skype. And but I gotta say, Emily stuck through it, and
she did. Yes,
kept the show going like a pro.
I assumed I didn't catch it. Did she ever run a bandwidth test? Was there any problem on her end, or was it just physically Skype being a?
She ran bandwidth tests.
Ass-hattery kind of thing.
It was a lot of Skype ass-hattery. She ran bandwidth tests, which would come out fine and say it was on my end. I run bandwidth tests. It was fine on my end. So, then it was somewhere in between. But then we were changing who was hosting the call to see if that would improve things any or not. And sometimes it had some changes, sometimes not. I don't know if that really even changed things all that much. But at some point, the problems cleared up, and then they came back. And it turned out that Andrew's phone connected to the network and started uploading or downloading things to Dropbox, and that was what was causing the problems to come back. But we got that taken care of, and so all in all, it was a show that we struggled with, but Emily kept it together and kept it a successful show. And I don't know that she fully realizes that, but she did.
No, it was a good deal because I got to listen. I guess I got to listen to a little bit of it, and unfortunately, it's one of those things since I've taken up this new 6 beers in 2 hours thing, which I realized also last night I was told I was doing it wrong. Yeah. And because I had this great idea. I thought, hey, what I'd do is I would stretch it out to 3 hours and include the hour before. What a great idea that was.
But that meant that you would drink the same amount in theory, and in practice drink more. So I don't see any, even in theory, this plan doesn't work.
Yeah, it's one of those things I didn't think it through very well. I really didn't.
You thought up this plan after 6 beers, didn't you?
I did. I thought, it was one of those things after the first, because what I did actually, my first drink of that particular night in that first hour was I was drinking I was doing the Diet Mountain Dew and rum.
Oh, that's great.
Because hey, why not? Liquor before beer, never fear, kind of thing. Yeah. So I was going that route, and I thought I'd break into the apple cider after that, which Yeah,
but anyways, what we're getting at was thank you so much.
And you're welcome.
Awesome.
And like I said, it's one of those things. I appreciate. I really appreciate what Johnny does for me because, like I said, this show would have ended long ago. Trust me. I don't mind every once in a while doing a show by myself. I mean, it can be done, but the whole thing is it never would have. It had been, believe me, Dune and Bob Show would have been several goodbyes many years ago. So that's my appreciation to you, and it's the least I could do, really. Like I said.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I have fun doing that. I mean, I'm glad I dragged you back on here. Part of me is wondering if I'm having more fun with this show than my own show because I've got 3 shows now, and
you're a busy guy.
I'm getting to the point where I don't want to do 3 shows. And
that's what worried. That's what worried me too. Well, that's the whole thing. Is I thought, well, you get to where it's like the deal last night. And listen, for the people that don't know, and most of you probably don't, because I don't think there's that many people. I think the one time I checked, I think it got to 6 people one time.
Right.
And then I quit watching because it was kind of.
My Wednesday show is not always fun anymore, but it often is fun, and I like kind of. I think I've done a great thing with my show over the years I've had it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if it's time for the Amateur Hour or Suburban Homeboys or whatever it is to come to a close, because it's kind of like Damon wasn't having fun with his show. He thought he was done forever, and then Liam came back, and the two of them worked great together, and they made a great show out of it. And I like how we kind of came together to do a show like this, and it's working great.
Well, that's just it. It's just that you don't have that stress level.
And
is what makes it makes it nice.
And I got rid of the Saturday show a while ago, and I had to bring that back because Emily came back, and I like doing radio with Emily, and I also like that she's starting to do her own show, and so I help her out with that, and I can't stop doing that. I don't want to stop doing that, but I don't want to keep 3 things going. So it comes down to, is it time to stop doing my show? And I mean, Gothard's not showing up quite as regularly anymore, and Mars is around on the Saturdays, and Neo has been mostly idling on my show lately and is also welcome to show up on my show on Saturdays. So I'm wondering, the thought has crossed my mind this past week, is it time to think about dropping Wednesdays? And I don't know. And
just go, well, it's really too bad that you couldn't somehow make the whole Saturday thing work, but obviously it's music, so it doesn't play that the same thing,
right?
And doing the whole playing this during that's not going to work.
Well, I'm not even sure I want to. Here's the thing: the only thing keeping me going on Saturdays is that I want to do the show with Emily. Otherwise, I liked having my Saturdays back. I reclaimed my Saturdays by moving the show to Wednesday, and that kind of. And nothing against. I don't want Emily to hear and feel bad that like she's forced me to do something I don't want to do, because I do want to do it, and I made the choice to continue doing it. But I don't know how that's going to also play out when I move, because when I move, that's going to move the show later, and I'm not going to be sitting around till 6, so I might end up just doing less of it on Saturday. 3 hours.
I never thought about that too, because that's the kind of the way it is for me. Like when you're in it at 7 o'clock in the morning for you, it'd be 6 would be 7 for you.
Right.
Is what it'd be when you're on the east side of the world.
Certainly, things are going to change once I get that move figured out.
Yeah. That's true when it comes to that time, because that's the whole thing. It's like last night. The whole music thing. This is still an experiment for me. It's kind of neat. Like I said, I realize, and I've said this before. I don't know that much about music. I'm really, when it comes to it, I know what I like to listen to, but man, I just don't know what it is, and I have to physically. It's like it's now forced me to have to do a little bit of pre-show prep stuff.
Yeah, well, I need to get to clean up more of my KTEL folder to send you
there's
more
the bad
later,
word. Because
KTELs.
Because basically what I've done is I would go through, I'll sit down. I think I did this on Friday. I did a little bit on Thursday, and I think Friday. I sat down in front of my computer, and I brought up my iTunes, and I started going through albums. And I would literally just go from one album to the next album, and I go, okay, I know that song from this album. What else do they have? And that's what I tried to play. I tried to play things that, they just don't get a lot of play. Like, I mean, and stuff. And there was a lot of them I had never heard. Like, here, I'm going to play a little bit of this. This right here. Whoa, it's a little loud. This is Tears for Fears.
Right.
And it's a stupid song name. It's a dog's best friend's dog. Which I don't get. But it's a great song. And it's like, how did this one not make it into the, you know? I mean, it's got, but it's great stuff. I mean, I played that one. I played, there was one from, let's see, I played Tesla. I played Third Eye Blind, a song I'd never heard. Howard Jones, I played a song. There was a lot of them. Todd Rundgren, holy crap. I had no idea.
Yeah.
How much stuff
and you
Todd Rundgren had.
A song that I didn't even send you, so that surprised me.
I didn't know that. I thought it was one I sent you, or you sent me.
No, I sent you the singles collection, I thought, and I don't think that was on there.
Maybe not.
Because that was the singles collection only goes up to the early '80s. With Bang on the Drum.
Boy, I thought you sent me a whole bunch of Todd Rundgren. I really thought you did.
Oh, maybe
I just already had it, because I have a lot of it in my library. Like this one right here. This is John Cougar. I'm not a big John Cougar fan, but once again, a song I hadn't heard before. The simple-minded and the uninformed can be easily led astray. It's called Walk Tall. I'd never heard it. And it's just there was a whole lot of stuff like that, and it's kind of been a neat thing for me to kind of find. Well, of course, this is Little River Band. Of course, everybody's heard that one. But there's a Men at Work song. I think I played.
Yeah.
I'll go up a little bit.
Good. You mixed it up pretty good last night.
But that's what I tried to do. I was just playing stuff I'd never heard before. And I don't know if some people, they're like, oh, dude, play this or play that. Well, that was my whole thing.
Leave the DJ alone.
Well, what I've tried to do. Yeah, remind me of that later. By the way, please remind me of that later. We may have to make a phone call. But anyway, that's one of the things I tried to do. I thought, I'll try to kind of use this and be my own little discovery thing, because that's the whole thing is there's so many people out there that they are so, and you're one of them, you know the names of these artists and what they play. And some of the guys that you listen to on the radio, I mean, it's just amazing that they, he did this back and then, and like you say, well, that guy used to be in this band. Well, I have no clue. So that's kind of what I've been doing is I literally started from A and started going down the list. And that's what I did. If I hear it, I click on it, I play it, I'll zip to the middle of it. Oh, I like that. Boom. I save it. And so that's kind of what, like I said, it's not a very exact science, but it works. And then the one thing nice about iTunes, to keep this is kind of one of those accidental things that worked out in my favor. When you make a playlist, I don't know if you've used iTunes before. There's a little box that's a checkbox, and you can uncheck that box, and by doing that, it won't play that song anymore. So and when I say it won't play that song, it won't rotate, because it won't go song to song to song. So I have to uncheck those boxes so I'm able to just play the one song, and so it doesn't automatically go to the next song. Well, the nice thing about this is it unchecks it in my library also. So as I'm going through looking for new music, I can see what I've already played.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was just an accidental, oops that turned out to be kind of a cool thing. So we'll see what happens. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it. So far it's been okay. It's been fun, but it takes a little bit of work. I've realized that I can't just go on the fly and think about what I'm going to play and just do it. Because for me, I don't want to sit here for 2 hours and not listen to something I don't want to listen to, if that makes sense. Because I couldn't. It'd be like, I guess, if you're a top 40 DJ, and they come in Monday and say, oh, by the way, we're now going to play old time country, and you are the DJ that's going to do this. Can you imagine? I mean, that would be horrible. I couldn't even imagine having to do something like that.
Well, I think that has happened.
I know it's happened. It absolutely has happened. Yeah.
Howard Stern once quit. If the movie is accurate, live on air in the middle of a country song, because he.
It has to have happened. I mean, it really does.
I don't know if it happened exactly like that, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how true to life that scene was, but.
But that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, I'm sure that's happened at one time or another, where people have had to go and. But that's the whole thing. That's what I think. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this to where I get some enjoyment out of it. And then maybe sometime later, 2 hours is enough. I'll do 3. I mean, for me, my biggest thing is, starting on time and ending on time. Everything else is kind of, and every once in a while,
I'll fix the starting on time issue.
Yes, fix that, and we fix the ending on time. The ending on time I've always been able to do. We have to work on understanding that when a fader's up, you can hear the music, and when the fader's down, you can't. Sometimes I get confused with that. That happened last night. I think Johnny was treated to a little bit of Kevin Reeves in the middle of a song.
2 for the price of 1 is what
that's right. I think that's what you wrote, which was very, because I have it, like I said, this is having these headphones actually plugged into the actual headphone outlet of the mixer is something completely new to me. I never did that before.
Where were you plugging them in?
See, now this is one of those things that I've always done for years, and it's always served me very well. Is I've always had taken pride in the way that the show sounds on the air, and I always told people this. I said, "Listen, I found out that not always what you're listening to for that headphone port is exactly what you're listening to coming out of your system." And so what I do, I actually jack into what goes into my computer. I'm actually listening to a feed that comes out of my mixer and goes into my computer. I tie into it.
Okay.
So I can literally, I'm hearing exactly what the computer hears that's going out to the stream.
Now, the way my board works, the Yamaha, the only thing it'll send out the headphone jack is your stereo mix. So that's the only...
in this case, you're probably right, and mine probably does the same thing. I think what the deal is, I had a mixer before that it didn't do that for whatever reason. It wasn't representative of what was actually being, because I found that out the hard way. I was listening to, and somebody goes, "Oh man, I can't hear your callers. I can't hear." I go, "Really? I hear them just fine." And then come to find out, well, when I did go that route and I was listening, so from then on I said, you know what? From now on, boom.
And that is a simple way to be sure what you're hearing is what you're sending. But like the Behringer board had near the headphone jack a series of buttons that you could pick what you wanted to send to the headphone jack, and I missed that feature. That's it really bums me out that the Yamaha doesn't give me that level of control over my Q mix, that I could have a separate Q mix, because with the Behringer board I could switch what I was listening to, and that would allow me to duck down, like during a song I could duck down the song.
And listen to your Skype
team talk
type callers. See, because I can do that's the same thing. Yeah, that's the same thing I have here. Well, I don't have here. I wish I did, like what you're talking about, because that was one of the things that I had to think about, because I thought, well, if I want it, because during the music show, I will keep the fader down for Skype, so that, if anybody calls, you won't hear it, but I'd see it.
I found a way to kind of do that with the Yamaha, and the way I'm kind of doing that with the Yamaha is I'm not sending the stereo mix out to the broadcast machine. I'm sending the aux send 3.4 out to the broadcast machine, so I can make my stereo mix a Q mix. But the thing is that it's not as easy as hit a few buttons. I have to actually
that was my problem too.
On the 3.4 aux send, and it's a little more messy that way. And I've ended up not doing. And then plus I can't really turn down the music in my headphones, so it ends up not working out all that well, anyways.
Well, that's one of those things I'll have to figure out, because I was able to, like I said, figure it out to where I can just hit the Q button. I can talk to the caller. So this microphone, I don't know if you can see. You can't see it. I got one of those mics that actually physically plugs right into the mixer.
Right.
It's like a talkback mic kind of thing, and I can use that to talk. It actually goes pre-bus, so I can talk to everybody on there. But my whole thing is that there's still music playing and fairly loud. So the people on Skype, it makes it hard to talk, because the music is so loud.
Right.
And,
the thing is you could turn down the aux send to Skype or to Team Talk.
Well, I could, but then again, I thought, well, I don't want to do it for the one show, because during when I'm doing this for this show, if somebody was on Skype, I want them to be able to hear you fine,
right,
and hear the board, hear all the you don't want to miss that. I mean, come on. One of those things.
Well, you got to, pick and choose when to... like at times, if I was carrying on a conversation in Skype while the song was playing...
That's really loud,
Obviously, I turned down the song.
I don't know why that's so loud. That's weird. Anyway.
Well, something's set wrong.
Yeah.
Probably. If something feels wrong to you, there's probably a setting wrong somewhere.
It seems loud.
And
maybe it's the headphones.
when it makes itself apparent to you.
It's like I have this. Is that's equally as loud? Oh well.
Is that a hint?
No.
No.
You know, I don't think that's one thing I've noticed. There are no breaks anymore.
Because I wanted to grab something to show off, because I wanted to talk about this funny coincidence.
You know what?
Yesterday.
Let's. I'll tell you what we can do. We will make this happen.
Okay.
I will roll a. I don't have a commercial, but I have a Kevin Reeves song that you only heard a couple of seconds of last night.
Okay.
that I can play for everybody.
All right.
Let's go that route. Okay.
Right
So hang in there, people. If I find my Kevin Reeves song, I will cue it up, hit the button, and we'll be right back. Turn it on. There we go.
There we go.
Just wanted. I was going to try a different camera and see if it cleared anything up. I don't know.
It's there.
Does it look any different to you at all?
Well, yeah, it looks higher.
Well, thank you, Captain Obvious.
Other than that,
I mean, clarity-wise, I mean, does it look about the same, or?
Yeah,
I see. This is the whole thing. Your camera is unbelievably clear. I mean, it's crystal freaking clear.
Brand new camera.
Well, this is a brand new camera too. The one you're listening. That guy. That camera right there is a brand new camera.
That camera.
That's a high def.
Nice. Yeah,
but
looks good.
But I don't think it looks. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't look as good to me as what I'm seeing on your deal though.
I don't know what I'm doing different.
I don't know. Now the Vaughn people, which there's nobody except Warhawk, and thanks for you've got the old eyesight camera. That's what you're getting.
There you go.
You get to look at my slow moving fan.
So yesterday, Kristen and I went shopping because because Kristen needed to pick up some clothes, and so every now and then we go clothes shopping, and so we decided we'll go check out Kohl's. So we go to the mall and we go to Kohl's and we walk in there and we notice there's clearance rack that's got a 70% off in addition to the 25% off of the sale price that's on the tags, and flyers saying, hey, do you want to buy the shelving? Talk to the shelving manager. And if it's not bolted down, it's for sale.
Basically the dozers are coming in and you can pick it up now.
It turns out we were there the last day the store was open.
Wow.
Yesterday, that was it. Last day. Today, closed. If we decided to put our shopping, because Chris actually asked, "You want to go shop on a
Let's
Saturday
just say there was no reason to keep the receipt. That's what you're telling me?
Well, there is a reason to keep the receipt because we love looking at how much money we save.
Okay, I understand that. I'm just saying that there's no gift receipt. Let's put it that way. If you gave me a sweater from Kohl's, I've stuck with it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm getting at. Okay, I understand that.
Let's just say it would have rung up if we paid full price for all the things we brought to the register. It would have been over $200. We paid $60.
That's cool.
Yeah. Now I don't know if you've ever seen one of these.
Red Solo cup?
Well, it's actually porcelain.
Porcelain Red Solo cup. Don't tease me, man.
Yeah, I'm not teasing you.
That's actually cool. Now, because I was gonna say I saw somebody had something similar to that had a stem on it to make it look like, like a fancy.
They didn't have those, but they had these.
That's cool.
Guess what the normal price of one of these is?
Okay.
How much would you pay for this?
I think now we're going to go down the route. Why does Kohl's has to close their door?
Yeah. How much would you pay for this?
How many? Are you talking glass? Or are you talking say
they
6?
Were sold individually.
That a couple bucks. I don't know. That seems a lot to me. For a novelty item.
I probably paid a lot for it, but the normal price of this is $20 each.
Oh my god!
Which is fucking ridiculous.
For a porcelain Red Solo cup.
Right, and I thought it's kind of cool. They had it marked down to $6, and I was like, well, I'll buy 2 of them.
Well, I'm giving you to what? Yeah, I understand. Well, it's a novelty thing. But.
They rang up $4.50 each, so I went and grabbed another 2. So I've got 4 of these now.
Well, that's cool. And you know what? For as cool as they look, they would be worth $5 a piece to me. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, $4.50 each for 4 of them. But they also had a 2-pack that I bought 1 2-pack of the Red Solo shot glass.
You can't do that, Johnny.
I didn't know you were going to take a swig right then.
I just about showered the. Yeah, I about showered the Mac there. Woo.
I
wow.
You're going to swing right then, but yeah.
That was Woo,
yeah.
Red Solo shot glass is awesome. I got to give you that one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the 2-pack of this was also $4.50. So so I got 2 of these and 4 of these.
I just out of curiosity, how many were sitting there on the shelf? I mean, if you wanted to just like clear the shelves of Red Solo cups and shot glasses.
There was maybe another 4 of these, maybe.
Was there a butter dish?
But there wasn't a butter dish.
Okay.
And the thing is, there was more of these, but the more of these didn't have the packaging anymore, and I wasn't sure how they were going to ring them up, or if I grabbed another 2 without the box, they'd ring up. And I figured, I don't do a lot of shots, so 2 shot glasses of these is enough. And a set of 4 of these is enough for me. I didn't want to start going nuts with the money. After all, I dropped $60 at this store. I didn't drop another $10 or $20, So I was perfectly fine with the amount that I bought. What I bought was probably too much because I really don't need these. That I actually bought 4 of these and 2 of these at the $4.50 each. That was over. I was already dropping more money than I really should on these.
Well, I understand. That's completely. Here we go. Well, that's cool, though. I like that.
But you know, talk about what are the chances that the day we go shopping at Kohl's is the last day?
That would be the last.
Is marked down as low as it can.
That would be the last day for it. Oh, yeah. Well. Who knows?
Yeah, it was. I was quite surprised. You walk in and it's, you know, this is the last day. That's it. It's like, well, thank God, because I had the choice. Do I want to go do I want to do the Saturday or should we do it on Sunday?
Well, you're lucky you picked the right day. You did. You chose wisely.
Yeah, because we would have showed up today. It would have been like, fuck. Now we got to go buy clothes somewhere else.
Yep.
And then we went to Sears and bought a sewing machine.
There we go. Wow, solo cup sewing machine.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
All on the same day.
That's cool. Well, I'm glad that worked. That's pretty awesome. The whole thing is, I see we've went here and we've bought lots of stuff there that's been on sale. Matter of fact, we bought some steps for the dog.
Yeah.
They're excited about. We bought a few things, but yeah, I assume the one here is still open. Now, like we had a Sears that actually closed down. We had two Sears. We had one on one side of the city, one on the other side of the city. And the west one shut, same thing, completely closed their doors.
Well, not all Kohl's closed down. No, this Kohl's,
well, that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of I'm guessing the same thing as like what I'm talking about. Where
I mean, they did give us a coupon with our transaction after we were done ringing out, and I was kind of thinking, well, what do I do with this? But they did. I read somewhere that, you know, there are other Kohl's in the areas that are staying.
When you go back to New Jersey, basically.
Well,
you can use it there.
Or we could go a few towns over to another Kohl's. There's other Kohl's in this area. We just have to drive a little further.
There you go. Well, you know what? That's a great deal. I was going to say $60. So you bought more than glasses, obviously.
We bought clothes.
Okay.
Very marked down clothes.
There we go. All that good fun stuff. That's cool. No, I like to hear that. So it's a bonus year. You got headphones and clothes.
Headphones, marked down clothes.
You're set.
And marked down porcelain solo cups.
That's right. That's right. You know, it's like the headphone thing. You know, the one little thing is like that turned out to be a bonus for me. I don't know about you. Is this actually comes out on the right side? Actually, it comes out on the left side, but for me, that's the correct side.
Yeah,
I see yours has to go. Yeah, yours is strangling you. Yes. Yeah. It's really too bad you couldn't do either, because I know on there are some headphones that actually have two that you can plug either side in. So, and they claim they do that so you can daisy chain them. I don't know if I want my headphones plugged into homies next to me.
That'd be kind of like a headphone chain.
Yeah,
gang.
Clank. You know, it'd be one of those things that happens.
Back on the chain.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I wonder if there's any chance that Vamp is around and available.
We should find out.
I should find out, because let me see if I can bring his name up here. See if I can find said dude and call him. Because I have a question for Vamp. I really do.
Jason with Nerds Limited.
Nope.
Oh.
Is not available. Please leave a message.
He didn't even let it ring.
Holy crap! It went straight to voicemail on that one. Well, I should at least leave him a message then.
Jason with Nerds Limited.
Is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hello, Jason. Vamp. This is Dune and
the voice of your conscience.
There we go. I got a question for you. If you get this before the next 26 minutes, please call. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I banged a goat?
Oh, there.
Well.
Sorry, I hit it too soon.
Well.
I have a question for Vamp. And this has been bugging me a little bit, and it has to do with DJs. And I'm talking about the guys that actually, do the waka waka, that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not talking
waka waka DJs.
The waka waka DJs. I'm not talking old school, 2 records playing. Those guys are awesome, and I don't like listening to it because I think it's redundant. Because basically just hearing the same thing over and over again. I'm talking the guys that use the electronic programs and whatnot. And here's what I'm asking. There's a website called Lethal Dose Radio, and it's on Vaughn TV. And basically what it is, it's sort of like NHB. There's several different people that do these things, and there's different DJs on here, and some of them are really, really good. Some of them play stuff I don't really care for, but there's one in particular that actually is a DJ at a club called Bullfrog that's in California somewhere. And he, on Friday night, actually plays his, he actually broadcasts that whole thing where you can watch the people dancing and whatnot. Anyway, this guy, and a lot of them, that you can actually watch and see what they're doing, which I think is pretty cool because it's neat. Some of them they'll actually have their camera just right on top of the mixer, so you can actually see how they bring the programs together. They move them around and manipulate them to do whatever they do, and it's really awesome. Well, I got to watching online. I was watching some different videos, and there's a little bit of ass hattery going on out there. And what I'm saying with that is, basically, the Dune promo that I made, and Johnny knows what I'm talking about. Do you have that handy, by the way? Can you click on that? And I don't have that handy.
I can bring that up rather quickly.
If you could bring that up right there, real quick.
Okay, here we go.
This one here.
Yo, this is Dune from the Dune and Bob Show. You're probably wondering what all this racket is in the background. Well, with the way the gas prices and the economics have been lately, and basically everything else Obama has done to us, I've had to take on a second job. Shh, don't tell anybody, but I'm a nighttime DJ at a club. Hey, hang on a second. No.
This is me telling somebody I can't play a song, basically.
Says absolutely no requests. Yeah, leave the DJ alone. Yes. Thank you. No, I am hang on, let me get my card. I am constructing a mix of songs to create a vibe/journey/musical experience outside the catering to an individual's desire to hear my song, if you know what I mean. If you can't live inside the music, you should just stay at home and listen to your iPod. Requests are for scared, musically uneducated dweebs who have no desire to learn about new, good tracks or experience the art of modern EDM. There. Jeez. Oh.
I think that's what you were...
yeah. Well, and I think in here, and later on, I say, hey, the trick to it is I really don't know how to mix music.
Right.
I'm just playing stuff that somebody else... Well, this is what I'm talking about, the ass hattery part of it. And it's funny that particular thing that when you hear a shh with the paper and the guy reading, that is an actual quote off of Vamp's Facebook page that somebody actually wrote, one of the DJ guys, of him telling somebody, hey, you're going to listen to what I played, take your request and get the beep out of here. Well, here's the thing. I started looking, and you guys don't have to believe me. Just go online and check this out.
I think this is kind of a art form versus popular.
Yes, there are lots of people, and I don't understand this whole club mentality, because I mean, if you go online and see that there's these, basically it's a huge stage. And they are there for the frickin' DJ. I mean, that guy's the one. He's the one raising the hands, and he's doing this, and sort of like that the bass drop gag from Saturday Night Live. If you've ever seen that,
right?
That's actually worth googling. And I got to noticing that there's a whole lot of these people out there that are doing this, and I'm watching what they're doing with their hands, and they're, working with the crowd, and I'm hearing this music change. It's changing from one song, it's mixing to another. So I said, this guy is not doing shit. He's not doing anything.
Recorded, yeah.
Yeah. Now this is what gets me. And now you can, if you just Google fake DJ, you'll find some of this stuff. You'll find some of it. But I mean, and sometimes they don't work alone. I've noticed that sometimes they work tandem, and they'll work in threes. They'll have like a third person, and they'll always have this person from the outside that's always reaching in and twisting a knob doing something. It's like, what does that have to do with anything? And there's a couple of really good videos out there where they'll stop and they'll explain, what is this person doing? They're twisting this knob, and this, nothing's going on. That's the whole thing. It's like there's all this crap happening. There's this one guy named Dave, and this is what I wanted to ask Vamp about. It's called Dave Gouda or something like that. And I don't know if he is like one of the premier DJ guys but somebody actually took a recording of him, and it's an over-the-shoulder thing, and then broke it down and explains, here's the machine, here's what the machine does. This shows a CD here, shows a CD, and was actually showing that there's things happening that this guy's not doing. It's changing and mixing songs, and this guy's doing nothing. One CD track is playing. That's all it is. It's a pre-recorded track. And I come to find out there's a lot of people that do that. Matter of fact, there's actually a couple of websites out there where people out people like that. It's like one guy said, dude, come into my club, to play, to be a DJ or whatever. And next thing I know, he's playing this mix CD. He walks over and the guys, they're going through the motions, acting like they're doing shit, but they're not really doing anything. And I thought, isn't that some funny ass hattery there?
That's exactly what's happened. They don't want to. Now, the thing is, I think that guy that went off on that rant of leave the DJ alone,
yes.
On the one hand, I could see someone... The
yes.
thing is, I'm not saying it's right, because
yes.
the bottom line is the customer is where the money's coming from. And
exactly.
You gotta appease that crowd. But I could see a DJ that's a real DJ that gets the same requests night after night after night,
yes.
cramping his style. And it's the whole, you got to play the balancing act of your art form versus what the people want.
It's like Billy Joel talking about the drunk guy yelling, "Do Piano Man!" That guy. That's what he's talking about.
There's got to be a balance between...
Yes.
Putting up a sign saying "Leave me alone" and playing nothing but the same 5 songs over and over again.
Yes.
There's got to be a balance there somewhere.
I guess what my point was of the whole thing is it makes it look really bad when you start finding out that there's a lot of people out there that are professional DJs that are actually going and doing this for money. That are just doing like you said, because it's actually there was a story that I read, and this was there's some nightclub in Las Vegas that has gone as far as any DJs that come in there they actually, I don't know if they search them, but they are absolutely not allowed to have any type of flash drives plugged into anything when they come in. They can't, because I guess those boards, you can plug flash drives into them to pull files off of them, and they actually won't allow it just for that reason, because that's what's happening is people are coming in there with pre-recorded stuff, pre-recorded sets. And that's what happened. Is one guy, he comes in with like 24-minute sets, 3 or 4 of them, and just plays them, and that's what he was doing.
Well, here's the thing, though, is that once again it comes down to balance. Now, I think that it's wrong to represent one thing and not be able to back up what you're representing. If you can't DJ and the only thing you could do is hit play and look like you're fiddling knobs, that's not cool. But if you can DJ and you use some pre-recorded stuff in addition to tailoring, I mean, you got to be able to customize it. But I could see where maybe a DJ's got some drives, has some pre-arranged stuff to warm up with, and maybe throw some requests into that and use a mixture of your pre-recorded and customized sets. And as long as the performance makes the crowd happy, I think that's the bottom line. But if the crowd's not happy because someone's not playing requests because they don't have the ability to, then we got a problem. And that's a DJ that shouldn't get hired again, whether it's because they don't have the skills or because they didn't do it. I think it's the end product and the end results that is what you really need to judge it by.
Well, no, that's actually true. Now, here, I'm gonna play something here. Let's see if I can bring this up so you can see it.
But yeah, if a DJ's not providing the service that's making the crowd happy,
here, can you see this now?
Skills. Yeah, I see that.
You notice this guy with his mad skills? This is just really funny to show this though. He's working it, isn't he?
He's just fiddling with some knobs.
Okay, but here I'm gonna click so you can actually stay on me there. He's gonna zoom here in a second. You should be able to see the problem, but I think you'll see it even better when this guy zooms in.
There's no cables hooked up.
There's no cables hooked up to this.
there's no power cord hooked up.
There's no power cord hooked up to this.
Okay.
Okay.
And the thing is that if the audience is happy with just your pre-arranged recorded thing.
Yes,
that's fine. But on the other hand, they're overcharging for it. And,
yes, yes.
Now
that right there is obviously.
If I'm an owner and a guy comes in and does nothing all night and the audience is happy, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy a tape the next night. Is what I'm going to do.
Yes.
I'm going to be like, well, that was an expensive lesson, and now that guy saved me a lot of money by teaching me that my audience is happy with the tape.
Yes.
But if the audience is not happy, I'm going to find a guy that.
Well, I guess the whole thing is here's the thing, and I think where I actually get it is I started. I got one of the free programs that you can get, and I was messing around with a little bit, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, it's not easy. It really is not easy. There's a lot to it to actually make that stuff sound good, and and the guys, there's a lot to it. Pulling the ear off, listening to this, making this, and switching this, and making this go faster. I mean, there's a lot to it. Well, that's what I come to find out. It seems like what's happening a lot is they may have the talent to do it,
right,
and they may be the ones that made that. But they're actually going somewhere, and then what you're getting for the show is them working the crowd, basically.
Right.
And
they make their pre-recorded set.
Right. And there's just the whole thing is, though, it almost falls into the Milli Vanilli thing, is that, well, if you faked it once, you're faking it every time. That's what I wanted to ask Vamp. I'm sure Vamp, because Vamp posts lots of pictures of DJs doing stuff. And I just want to know how much this stuff is recorded. I mean, really. I mean, are they mixing some of it, all of it? Because I just have to wonder. Because, I mean, I found site after site after site of people they were showing that were at huge clubs. I'm talking thousands of people. And clearly, there were several things going on that they were not doing. It was just happening. And
that's where you get a backlash where you're talking about a place that's like no flash drives at all,
right?
Because they just don't want to deal with any of the jackassery. So
well, that's just
they'll go.
Yeah, they're going to say if we're going to claim that, because I think that's what happens. They're like hey, we have the we're bringing in the best talent of anybody around the world, and somebody says yeah, you're bringing the best talent. This dude's in here playing a frickin' 24-minute file. Right. and then and of course he's the guy. It's sort of like if you remember the what was the vampire movie with years ago? Oh God, shoot! It was made on the boardwalk. That one. Come on, help me out. Reeves
movie?
in it. Yeah, the vampire and Lost Boys. Lost Boys. There we go.
Okay.
Sorry, Lost Boys for the people out there. There's a scene where they're at the they're on the boardwalk, and there's a band playing, and there's a guy that's like a big muscle guy, and he's the dude playing the saxophone. That one. You remember what I'm talking about? Well, whatever.
I haven't seen that in years.
Whatever. Basically he's not really playing the saxophone. It's just he's an actor. That's not his band, but that's what I'm saying. That's what kind of makes it look like is you got the DJ that it's the pretty face and making all the moves and doing the things, and and not doing the stuff behind the scenes. So that's what that's the only thing because believe me, and it's not like I can do any better because I can't. I mean, I absolutely cannot do it.
It's not cool. What you're suggesting is that people are paying for something that they think they're getting, and they're not really getting it, and this might be affecting the quality of the performance since it's not being customized and tailored towards the audience, which is one of the big points of having a DJ do a set is that that set is a one-time performance and customized.
You read the crowd. If much like Shaggy from PTR Radio, he does. He has bought a bunch of DJ equipment. He has the mixer board portable stuff and amplifiers and lights and whatnot. And he's been doing like weddings and stuff like that. Right. And if everybody's digging the bunny hop, hey, double up on the bunny hop. That kind of thing,
Right. You got to read your audience and
got to read the audience, yeah. But I don't know.
But the thing is that sometimes there are valid shortcuts, and then sometimes people take shortcuts too far.
Yes. Absolutely.
Is there a harm of throwing in a 10-minute file in the middle there somewhere to kind of take a breather? And
Maybe not. Maybe not.
But then people are taking it too far.
Well, but that's the whole thing too. Is like
with a mixer that's not even plugged.
But imagine, I could do that. I can go online, and I could download, high quality versions of some professional,
right?
In like 10-minute blocks.
2-hour file.
Yeah, and then boom, hey, I can sit here and play that like I could be the guy in front of you going, I can make the motions.
You could do that. You don't need to pay someone to do that.
Yeah.
Now, if someone does that once in their set to kind of take it easy here and there,
yes,
and then steps in, or someone uses the shortcuts to build a customized set. It's where do you cross the line? What's too much and what's and clearly something.
That's exactly it, because it was really it was an interesting little experiment looking through that stuff, because a lot of the stuff I found is there is a huge, it's like you talk about the Red Sox and everybody, boom, we hate this game, we hate this team or whatever. There is a huge thing between the people that actually mix the old school vinyl with the ones that use the files, and the electronic version versus the old, actually having a platter with a vinyl record turner, which still amazes me, because obviously they must be still making albums. They have to be, because people are still out there doing it. I mean,
vinyl sales have actually surpassed CD sales recently.
And that's amazing. I did not know that. Because
of course they both lose out to digital downloads.
Yes.
But CD downloads have been decreasing. Vinyl sales have been increasing, and I think we got to the point where vinyl is gone up higher than CD.
Well, because like I said, because there's still lots of people that are still using when it comes.
Vinyl has made a resurgence. Is what it has happened.
That is really boom, color me shocked. I didn't know that, but that would make sense. Like I said, they're buying these albums somewhere, because these people that are out there in these in these clubs, they're actually still using real records. I mean, they're obviously not playing Rapper's Delight on these things.
Right,
that's not happening. So, but I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting. I'd like to hear somebody who. Now I don't know. I'm sure Vamp has a lot more insight than you or I.
Yeah,
just because he's been around it, because like I said, that's what I found is there was a whole. I mean, you can go and find, especially not on message boards. I mean, just some horrible talk between the guys that are, oh, you're just a file player, you just do this or you just do that or whatever, and it's like, wow.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I mean, even the guy like on the 70s station on the Vaughn Live, whatever. He's one of those people too, where I've heard him talk about. Because you play files. He's one of those people too that he gives people crap that's all they do is play an MP3 file. Where he sees himself, and believe me, there's something to be said about somebody who has a complete, like you do, the big massive record collection. Right. And everything else is on CD. I mean, that's something to be said there. I mean, that's a hell of a commitment. Yeah. It really is. Now, whether one sounds better than the other, I don't know. It's really hard to say.
Human ears are pretty crappy.
It depends on who it is. Between if it's me, not so much. Now, because speaking of which, I did with the headphones, and Johnny was nice enough to let me borrow some music so I could listen to. I actually did a little experiment of my own, and I actually found a few things that tell me where my ears live, because my ears aren't the best. I know I actually have is it tinnitus? I think tinnitus.
Yeah, tinnitus.
Yeah, my ears ring, and they have for years.
Mine too.
And what I did is I played. Hey, what are you doing back there? I don't know if I want to know.
Dog's rubbing the butt against.
He's doing the butt rub on my bed. Thank you so much.
Leaving you a little present there.
I'll be. It's due for a washing, obviously.
Definitely by now it is.
Yeah. But this is very. Here, I don't want to watch this.
There.
I don't want to see this. Yeah.
Where has my butt not?
Where has my butt not been? I'm going to make sure and put it there for you. There we go. Hey, knock it off. But but what I did is I listened to the FLAC file, which is like 1400.
The FLAC file is CD quality. That's what you would
around 1400 though, or something like that. 1300. Because I listened to both. I converted the FLACs to Apple lossless.
The Apple lossless.
Be the same. Because that plays on my and I listened to both. I listened to the FLAC file on the Winamp. Listened to it. I listened to it on the Apple lossless. Now and then I took and also converted them to 320. Mm-hmm. I think it's 320.
Right.
And
right.
now I can't hear the difference between those three. I can't.
Okay.
So I went ahead and kept the 320 ones on my system, so I can share them throughout all my other systems. That way, the files just aren't so huge. So that's what I ended up doing. But but I have to say it was pretty amazing. But it is unbelievably clear though compared to some of the crap I had before. I mean,
definitely.
It was amazing to hear those files. I mean,
to hear. It's amazing that there was a period of time that software labeled 128 kilobit per second MP3s as CD quality.
Yes,
that is a joke. Not a very funny one.
Because what I mean, where do they consider CD quality? Is a FLAC file to you CD quality? Is that where you?
FLAC stands for Free Lossless Audio Codec. So it's lossless, meaning that you've lost no data. So yeah, that's going to be CD quality. But FLAC is not strictly CD quality. FLAC is just a format. FLAC can hold higher than CD quality.
Okay.
I mean, you could set your sampling rates and your bit depth to whatever you want. I mean, so I have FLAC files ripped from DVD audio that are 96 kilohertz 24-bit. Now there is some debate as to whether or not 96 kilohertz makes a difference. And actually, there has been a bit of a anti-high-res backlash lately, where someone wrote this lengthy rant-like article claiming that it's a waste of space and it just messes with equipment to go to 96 kilohertz, because Nyquist theorem states that you only need twice of the frequency in your sampling rate in order to get it. So human hearing only goes up to about 20 kilohertz. You don't need any more than 44.1 kilohertz sampling rate. Anything above that is going into inaudible range, and Nyquist theorem says that you don't need a more detailed response for that for the frequencies you can hear, and so it's just a waste of space and a waste of time to go 96. Now, there are a lot of professionals with very good ears that disagree with that and claim that they hear the difference.
Right.
And I'm one of those that think that, I believe Nyquist theorem. I understand how this all works, but I also believe that these people know what they hear and are very in tune with their ears, and that there is definitely a benefit to going into the higher frequency range.
Well, that's I think there are some people that you're right. That actually, because you're one of those people.
Overtones that you could even detect.
I mean, obviously,
maybe don't hear them.
And I think you and I we've gone through this joke before, where I said, I bet you could. Well, I bet you probably could. I probably can't pick them apart. You probably can.
Yeah.
Because I always thought 256. I thought that was where they quoted CD quality was. Before, it seemed like.
I think it's changed. Well, the thing is, it's wherever the person programming the software decides to put it, because MP3 is just plain and simple not CD quality, because you're throwing away data that you'll never get back.
Right.
Whether you can hear that or not can be debated, and I think that there are plenty of people that a 320 is pretty darn good, but there are probably people with fine-tuned ears that will be able to pick it out.
I got you.
But to
yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, somebody who's actually, that actually knows that. You're exactly
the
right.
engineers are going to be able to pick out a 320 MP3 and say that one's different from the FLAC if you A/B them. But yeah, so MP3 just in itself is not CD quality. It just isn't, because it's lossy.
There's something not there.
Right.
Right. Gotcha.
It's just a question of whether or not it's audible. And at 320, it's difficult to hear.
But that's what I ended up doing, though. So that way, like I said, it works for me, because I can play anything I have. I can play it on, because it loads it. So it works. And it keeps it in the cloud or whatever, so I can I can bring it down and stream it or whatever, because it will not upload a lossless file. It's just too much. Obviously, unless you're willing to pay that much, I guess. But it won't do that. But no, that was pretty cool to kind of experiment for myself to actually hear the difference. Because that's the whole thing, is I had some of the old original files I had that were the 128.
Right.
That sounded awesome in the old earbuds over there.
But when you start listening to the cymbals.
That's exactly it. I think if I had to actually put my finger on it, that would be exactly where it was.
That is the easiest way to tell, and that's why I always tell people, like, oh, they sound great to me. Listen to the cymbals. ABM, listen to the cymbals. And I go, oh my God, you're right.
Yep, pretty amazing. That's exactly true. It's you live and learn, I guess. Because the whole thing too is what's going to happen in 10 years. Where is it? Because that's the big thing right now, is that storage no longer is at that premium that it used to be. I mean, where 500 gigabyte was just unheard of. Now we're talking terabytes and whatnot, and bandwidth is the same kind of deal. I mean, there's just so much bandwidth out there now. I mean, that's just going to get more and more and more and more.
Right.
You hope. Unless they lock it down, which we'll see. Of course, I guess it depends on the whole. What's the thing going on now with the government? The net neutrality thing. God, that's a nightmare to try to understand. I mean, Jesus, because that's one of those things that bothers me. Because I understand the whole concept behind it, but it also bothers me too. Is that the fix of it is to put a government official in charge of it. That scares me even more. Because gee, what could go wrong there?
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, let's regulate this. Okay. How can we get, how can I?
Clearly I'm distracted because I'm not weighing in like I normally would on this topic.
Well, no, I don't know enough about it. That's the whole thing, because I understand it completely on both sides. I mean, both sides make the, if you're looking at this from, a infrastructure standpoint of where I'm the one that put the money up for the routers and what I should be able to do anything I want. But the whole thing too is I don't think you should be able to sabotage somebody. I don't want to see that happen. I mean, you don't want a startup company to end up, losing out because everything they're doing is shit. That kind of thing. Because that's the whole thing is when you open the door to something like that, it's like you can do things for evil and do things for good. And what happens if it's like, hey, I don't like people listening to Damon's show on their NHB show. Can we slow that down a little bit?
Yeah,
kind of thing is what I'm talking about.
I think net neutrality and treating all data as equal has worked well for us for years.
No, I agree. I agree. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of big money being thrown at our Congress, fighting to say, "Hey, let us do what we want to do with it." And,
well, I think the problem is it's just that what worries me is when a third party gets in charge of it. Then of course, you can start getting into weirdness of like, well,
someone's got to be in charge.
Well, but you know what I'm saying, though? It's just, I'll tell you a good example to kind of explain this is, did you happen to catch there was the Department of Justice made some changes as it applies to seizing property and money from people. Did you catch any of that at all, or hear? You know what I'm talking about?
I overheard something, but I don't follow it. So
well, this is one of those things where you hear it and you go, "Oh, I understand it," because and what I'm talking about is, say, a suspected drug dealer. Like, say, I find I pull Johnny over. Johnny's got $10,000 in cash in a briefcase in his trunk. And I go, hey, what are you doing with this? And if I'm as a local or state official, if I think there's something up, even if I have no proof of it, I can legally seize that money. That's
I don't think police should have that kind of power.
Well, and here's the thing. I don't either, because I think what happened, it kind of goes back to the RICO Act where it had to do with mobs. I mean, I understand the reasoning behind it, but the thing it's been what happened is it's been ass-hatterized to the point where it's been overdone.
Right.
And what the intention was is now turned into a fishing expedition is what I want to call it. Is where if you arrest everybody in the room, you're probably bound to find one of them that has this outstanding warrant.
Right.
And okay, he's a bad guy, you got him, but you arrested everybody and took everybody's money or what. That's the kind of thing you don't want to have happen. And I think that's what has happened. What bothered me about this whole thing is they did make it to where from a city and state level this can't be done because they were doing it under the guise of the federal law is what they were doing.
Right.
But what bothered me so much is on the federal side nothing was changed. Federally, they can still come in and take that money. The feds can still do it. That's what bothered me. It's like you've taken it out of you've made it where the city and the state can't do it, but it's okay for us to still do it. And when I see something like that happen, it makes me kind of go, why would you change the law that these people can't do it? Oh, but we still can. You see what I'm saying? That's the only thing that kind of bothered me about the whole thing. That's where I start wondering because
Okay, I'm very distracted right now. All right, so the police can't do it anymore.
Local and state police, no.
But who can?
Federal.
So federal is trusted to have that power.
Yes, they still have that power. They can still seize.
And I think it's a good first step that we took.
Well, that's the problem, though. It's a first step, but it'll never go to the second step. That was my whole point. It's almost like a do as I say, not as I do kind of thing.
Why can't it continue going to the next step?
Because it never does. It's just like anything else. Normally,
your representatives and keep after them.
Yeah.
Are you saying we shouldn't have taken the first step?
No. Well, the whole thing is, I just think it's one of those things. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. That's my whole point.
So you want all or nothing. You don't even want part good. You want all bad.
I want all. I just.
You'd rather have all bad than some good. Is that
no? I want all good.
Own it.
No, I want all good. You're missing. I don't want any bad.
It's not an option. If you have the choice between all bad and some good, are you going to say all bad and
the whole thing is good? it just comes off as that whole corrupt thing. It's like when you got the head guy saying you can't.
My question though.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that's what I don't trust him. I don't trust the head dude that says you can't do this, but I can.
But
that's what I don't.
You're against passing the part that we did pass that makes it. Were you against that being passed?
No, not really. No, because I think it was being. Unfortunately, there was a lot of good probably coming from it, but I think also because, and I know this because of, this has happened for years and years and years. There's always been a problem with this, especially like in Louisiana, where they were just randomly pulling people over right and left.
Yeah.
And they would eventually find one person who had something, but the problem is in that process they would also find innocent people who they had now pulled over for no reason and seized money for no reason. And the problem was what was happening is the local and state people were able to keep some of those funds. So it became, it became, monetarily good for them to do these things because it was like, it was making them money, for lack of a better term. And I think now this was changed quite a while back, but there was actually, incentives put in place. I think this was the whole Louisiana thing where they were having people that were, if you did this and this and this, you could be eligible for like a vacation. You know, here and there, it starts getting really bad, and then that's what. Because I was like I said, this is.
I just want to make sure you weren't against that sensitivity.
No.
Way.
No, my point is, I just don't like it when it's like the whole. Well,
you don't like inconsistency.
I don't like inconsistency, especially when it's on the. It's like, well, I think people should lead by example. That's what I think. Well, I don't like having overseers. I really hate that part of it.
Let's play devil's advocate. What if the federal government was using this power responsibility and it was beneficial to them and they weren't hurting anyone, but it was the local levels that were abusing it and hurting people?
It just doesn't seem like it ever works that way.
But if it was working that way,
if it was, maybe, I guess.
Because you're saying there.
I just don't see. Unfortunately, and it doesn't matter who's in the administration. I just don't see government in that light. Anytime there's, I don't see more regulation is ever good. That's what bothers me.
Yeah, I think if you're going to, take property away from someone, you better be able to show your work. And
absolutely, absolutely. That's the problem. Yeah, and at the end of the day, when you screw it up, being able to say, "Oh wow, maybe we shouldn't have done that," does not cut it for a reason. And that's the problem. Is too often that happens. It's like, oh, our bad. Yeah. One of those things. But that was it. That was my only example on something like that. It's just one of those things, and that's where the whole neutrality thing gets into it. I just hate having it come down to now. There's going to be another government official that's going to be in charge of it, and we're going to have to entrust them, to make sure and do the right things. Because when it comes to corruption, they say the absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
The thing is that power needs balance and checks,
absolutely.
So
it just
can't be abused. I think many situations where it's not in check.
And you and I agree on this completely. It's like you have to get the money out of the situation. If you if you notice that if you remove the monetary situation out of things, that's when things get really simple. But man, when there's it's just like when it comes to the senators and this and that. Oh, I'm dead set against this. Next thing you know, somebody's going like, "Hey, listen, dude. If you don't do this, then I'm not going to give you that job next week." Where you're going to get the extra money. Well, maybe I spoke too soon.
We need to get money out of politics.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's my whole.
So you're all on board with get rid of the lobbyists, get rid of
Well, all the way across. Like I said, it's just like, IRS gone, boom, out of here. Everything.
Well, who's going to collect the taxes?
Well, we can do that ourselves. Honor system.
I don't know if that's going to work, dude. The thing is that you.
Well, the whole thing is it doesn't have to be that.
Gotta be.
It doesn't have to be that complicated. That's the whole thing. It's just like this much. If you make $10, you owe us $1. There, boom, we're done. Everybody does the same thing. It's equal across the board. All the money comes in. It's taking it. I just don't. You don't need tens of thousands, 100,000s of people. To do.
You're saying the IRS should be shrunk.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
And not get rid of it.
Well, there has, like you said,
we need tax.
And if nothing else, call it something else. Call it the tax in people.
Oh, if you change the name of something, that's just a bullshit move to try to trick people. It is what it is.
That's
We're
true.
Just change it.
That's true. It's just like going from shell shock to something else. We can't call it that anymore. Ooh, I just realized something. We're late, aren't we?
We I better gone over by a minute.
Here, I'll go. Here, I'll That's really loud. There we go. We'll go to a minute. Wow. That is so freaking loud. I don't know why that's so loud. I don't know what I've changed that's made it do that, but oh well. I guess I'll figure it out sooner or later. Anyway, this is what happens when we start talking about important stuff. About taking the money out of politics, boom, time goes to waste.
Yeah.
Well, listen, coming up Wednesday. If Johnny's still up to it.
The amateur hour.
That's right.
At least for now. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, with me and whoever shows up, and we got Mars, we got Idling Neo that gets pissed off.
That every once in a while, decides she hates Johnny and wants to yell at him, which I haven't figured that out. I feel bad when that happens.
Well, it
makes me feel uncomfortable. There we go.
I think there's some things going on that I'm caught in the middle of.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, have a good week, people. Take care, Johnny.
Good night, everyone.
Game over, man.
I'm glad that's over.
Man, that was awful. Boy, I know. You know what I hated most? What? Everything. Everything stunk.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Let's blow this joint.
It's time to blast off for Dreamland. Don't go away mad. Just go away.
Let's call it a day. Everybody, go home.
Good night, lady.
See you later, alligator.
Go in peace, Cinnamore. I'm out of here.
Now, run along and play with your little toys.
Oh! It just gets worse and worse.
Please come again.
I have exorcised the demon. This house is clear.
Not.
That's all, folks.
We are leaving!
This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Wait, keep the radio.